very good morning to all our viewers who are just joining in. Today is the big day as far as the national capital is concerned. Polling to begin shortly in the 70 constituencies. We have 70 reporters across the length and breadth of the national capital. But for this moment, we are joined in by Preeti Chaudhary from Nirman Bhavan in New Delhi, which sees a lot of high-profile voters actually cast their franchise, as well as Rishika Barua, who joins us from the heart of the national capital, which is the Connaught Place area, Rajiv Chowk, as it is now popularly known because of the metro station. It's over to you, Preeti. Just take us through what really is to be expected through the course of the day.
Well, Sanket, after all the hype, the hoopla, the shenanigans, today is when Delhi actually needs to make it count because with what we've seen, it's been a power-packed campaign the last couple of weeks, reaching crescendo the final 2 weeks there. So, yes, a big day for Delhi there, standing on the threshold of its electoral destiny, where by the end of 6 p.m. today, the voters will decide who they want in the national capital. Now, we want to take our viewers through the big stakeholders this election, and of course there are three parties in the fray. Political pundits would say, and on the ground there was a sentiment that this is clearly has become a direct fight between the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party. But for the BJP, in turn, it is a battle for prestige. Amit Shah has put all he has got in this particular campaign. Cabinet ministers, all of them, on the ground, the boots on the ground where the BJP and the RSS is concerned, phenomenal, not just from Delhi, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, name it, and cadre from across the country had come into Delhi. The BJP on its own clearly had to deal with a fair bit, keeping in mind that the Kiran Bedi's sentiment and with the infighting where the local leadership is concerned. So a massive battle for prestige for the BJP, and on the other hand, where the Aam Aadmi Party is concerned, if, we can use a colloquial poker term, then it's all in for the Aam Aadmi Party. It's a do-or-die situation. For them, they need to do well. They need to get majority to be relevant in the scheme of things, in the scheme of politics where Delhi is concerned. So clearly, Arvind Kejriwal doing what it takes there. Several smaller parties, including TMC, JDU, JDS and the CPM, that didn't quite have any real stake in the election, have backed the Aam Aadmi Party. Backing the Aam Aadmi Party, going against the BJP clearly there. Well, as far as the Congress, like every other election, post-2014, Delhi too is a fight for relevance, for survival, and to regain some ground so that it begins rebuilding its organizational structure once again. And we've seen that happen over the course of the last 1 week, where we've seen the likes of Rahul Gandhi hold multiple road shows, especially in areas where it needs to, stick on where they have sitting MLAs. So we've seen that push by the Congress in the final last 1 week, but coming back, the spotlight today is clearly on two parties. It is the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP, a neck-in-neck fight. And of course, we'll only know till that last vote is counted on the 10th of February. However, like we said, the games have begun, and the crescendo today, and Delhi hopefully will make it count. So one thing we'd want to tell our viewers there, who are especially in the national capital, we do know that this election has come to be the most anticipated, the most keenly followed and watched across the country. But one thing we tell our viewers in the national capital, go out, go vote, make it count. Now, I'm going to cut across to Rishika Barua, my colleague. She's right, she's got vantage position there. She's on our India Today office in Connaught Place with the flag flying high at the back. Rishika, of course, there are no voters there, but take us through the star campaigners this election.
Well, absolutely, Preeti. Where I am is, of course, the heart of the national capital. This is the inner circle in Connaught Place. And like you said, I do have a vantage position out here. But, there is a lot at stake, in this election. There are several personality battles. There is, of course, there are going to be some big gainers, some big losers. And, of course, there are going to be, some people who are perhaps going to lose as a collective. First and foremost, of course, it boils down under Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Remember, it is his reputation, it is his Modi wave, it is his Modi magic that is pretty much at stake after swinging into power at the centre with that overwhelming, unprecedented kind of a majority. Even now, Preeti, you know, at all the rallies that Prime Minister Narendra Modi has held in the national capital, there has been an overwhelming response. And as we've been reporting from the ground, a lot of times, his rallies, his speeches have even sort of overpowered and overshadowed that of the BJP chief ministerial candidate Kiran Bedi. So clearly it is that Modi wave and that Modi magic which is definitely going to be here, under close scanner. It's going to be a litmus test of sorts for obviously not just Prime Minister Narendra Modi but also his right hand man Amit Shah. Amit Shah's formidable reputation of winning elections for the BJP, whether it was he's a master strategist, whether it was at the centre or the successive assembly elections that Amit Shah has won, in fact, for the BJP. But apart from that, Union Finance Minister Arun Jaitley, just a month ahead of the union budget, seems to have taken some time off from South Block. He's been spending a lot of time at the Pantmarg office of the Delhi BJP unit. He has been one of those, people who's been responsible for strategizing this election for the BJP in the national capital. So Arun Jaitley's reputation as a strategist, Arun Jaitley's management skills, so to speak, are also going to be under the scanner. Now, let's just shift focus, to the Congress party. While Ajay Maken has been the chief ministerial candidate of the Congress party, it is, of course, still Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi's name, which is, definitely going to be at stake. Remember, Rahul Gandhi has campaigned. There have been those road shows that he's held in the national capital. Many, of course, believing that Rahul Gandhi only campaigned in the Congress bastions. He didn't really step out and face the battle. He didn't really step out in the places where the Congress has lost last time around. And of course, Preeti, last but not the least, it boils down to Arvind Kejriwal, the former chief minister. He's faced a rough 13 months after he, in fact, not 13 months, it's almost going to be a year on the 14th of February when he resigned as the chief minister, decided to take a plunge into electoral politics at the centre. He did take a gamble. It did backfire. But we've seen the Aam Aadmi Party, fight a really high-octane campaign. They've been on the streets. They've had a multi-pronged strategy, whether it's online or, that door-to-door campaigning. So Arvind Kejriwal, of course, is one of those people who has, like you said, all in. It's all in for him. And of course, it's going to be a huge test for the Aam Aadmi Party and its political fortunes. But like we've been telling our viewers, this really, as far as personalities is concerned, for the national capital has been a fight between Arvind Kejriwal and, of course, his former aide, his former member from the India Against Corruption movement, Kiran Bedi. So let's just play out for our viewers what this high-octane word war between Arvind Kejriwal and Kiran Bedi has sounded like.
You asked for a public debate.
हाँ तो पब्लिक डिबेट तो होना चाहिए सर. देखो ये अच्छी चीज है कि नहीं है. आप ही लेट राजदीप एंकर द डिबेट. आई एम प्रिपेयर टू कम. आप आज उनसे पूछ लो, मैं आ जाऊंगा आपके साथ डिबेट.
Are you prepared for a public debate with Arvind Kejriwal?
Certainly.
Yes.
Please come through the media person, whoever handles the media, because the media issue. Even you have come through the BJP media cell.
Sure.
Let him apply to the media
So he has to apply.
Certainly.
No, what if the public wants a face-off between Arvind Kejriwal
the
and
point, as far as my
Kiran?
media interface is concerned, I am not selecting the media. What I bring before on the table for the governance of city today, part of the governance of city today is 40 years of administrative experience and 26 years of voluntary work, working with the absolute grassroots. That's why I'm exceedingly comfortable with the grassroots and the elite. I work from elite to street. I work from elite to street. I've worked with the absolute first person in the village, night patrolling with him, reforming past criminals, right? Rehabilitating them to earn a livelihood. I'm not new.
दिल्ली के सारे बीजेपी के कार्यकर्ता वो आके कहती हैं सारे लाइन में खड़े हो जाओ. सर वो अच्छी पुलिस ऑफिसर है. शी इज अ गुड पुलिस ऑफिसर.
She was your comrade in the fight against corruption.
अच्छा है, फाइट अगेंस्ट करप्शन में अपनी भूमिका अच्छी निभाई. मुख्यमंत्री के लिए सर सीने में दिल चाहिए लोगों के लिए. लोगों के लिए लड़ना चाहिए, संघर्ष करना चाहिए। आम आदमी पार्टी पिछले कई सालों से दिल्ली वालों के लिए संघर्ष, मुझे पता है, दिल्ली की गली गली पता है, मैं गली गली में घूमा हूं, लोगों के घर गया हूं मैं। किरण बेदी जी से जैसे एक इंटरव्यू में किसी ने पूछा कि अनऑथराइज्ड कॉलोनीज के बारे में क्या करेंगे, उनको पता ही नहीं अनऑथराइज्ड कॉलोनी होती क्या है। शी स्टार्टेड स्पीकिंग ऑन जेजे क्लस्टर्स। दीज आर टू कंप्लीटली डिफरेंट थिंग्स, एप्पल्स एंड ऑरेंजेस। अनऑथराइज्ड कॉलोनी अलग होती है, जेजे क्लस्टर अलग होते हैं। तो एक डिबेट तो हो जाए कि वो अनऑथराइज्ड कॉलोनीज का उनका क्या विजन है, जेजे क्लस्टर्स का उनका क्या विजन है।
BJP is knitting the country today, and if Delhi is not in alignment with the central government, all those unauthorized colonies which are getting authorized, they've got authorized by 2014, will need thousands of crores for amenities to be provided. They need that. And if you're in alignment with the government of India, it makes things much easier. And if you're non-aligned, disaligned, then what's happening? You're every day on confrontation. You're every day on a warpath. You're every day on accusations. Who's loser? A Delhiite is a loser. He's got his own strengths.
Sure.
And I have my own. Regretfully, his strength is nothing but heightened negativity. My strength is not negativity. I do not know negativity. I hope he changes over a period, because negativity doesn't take you far. Positivity gets you a lot of urja, and you don't become toxic within. Negativity is very toxic. We are here for a larger and a higher purpose. Higher purpose is Delhi first and connecting with India first, so that Delhi does not become a hub of disturbance. You want the economy get affected? Keep Delhi disturbed.
दफ्तर में बैठूं, चाहे सड़क पे बैठूं, चाहे घर पे बैठूं, चाहे सेक्रेटेरिएट में बैठूं, लोगों को ये अभी बिजली के दाम कम हुए थे, हाँ जी केजरीवाल ने किए थे। पानी के दाम कम हुए थे, हाँ जी केजरीवाल ने किए थे। वाटर माफिया ठीक हो गया था, वाटर माफिया को खत्म कर दिया था। अब क्या लेना देना आपको, मैं चाहे आसमान में बैठूं, चाहे घर पे बैठूं।
It's been a high octane and many would say a very vitriolic campaign in the national capital. We've talked about the personalities, the reputations, the political fortunes that are at stake. I'd like to go back to my colleague Preeti Chaudhary, who's with us live from the Nirman Bhavan. Preeti, take us through the key constituencies. You and I are at the New Delhi constituency, where it's an Arvind Kejriwal versus Nupur Sharma, versus Kiran Walia battle. But what really is it looking like in the other key constituencies that could perhaps shape political fortunes in this election?
Well, we're going to take our viewers through that in just a short while. But what a contest it's been, especially for us journalists who've been covering this election. And with that face-off that you just saw, well, in all probability, we are going to get a chief minister. Hopefully that we get majority in Delhi. And that's what one thing Delhi really, really needs and wants at this point of time. So we would get either Kiran Bedi or Arvind Kejriwal as our next chief minister. The city better make it count this time, and we do hope that we get a full majority, we get a government soon. The most anticipated of elections, and I want to address what Rishika was just leading to there. So there are various constituencies, high profile some of them. One which we are standing in, the constituency of New Delhi. I'm at Nirman Bhavan. It's high profile voters come here. Just to take you through some names, Sonia Gandhi in a short while would be coming in to cast her ballot. Kapil Sibal, Sheila Dikshit, Prahlad Jha from the BJP. So big names. We'll keep getting you reactions on that. But for the Congress, it is a fight for survival where Delhi is concerned, and we saw that push. Survival to try and hold on to what they already had. They had 8 seats last election, and trying desperately to hold on to the 8 seats, and that pretty much reflected when Rahul Gandhi did a road show where he started off from Sadar Bazaar. Why is Sadar Bazaar so important? Primarily because Ajay Makan is standing from there. He needs to win that seat. He is the face of the entire campaign where Delhi is concerned, and he has a tough fight on hand. The other 3 constituencies where Rahul Gandhi went to, concertedly speaking to the voters, asking them to stay with the Congress. Constituency of Balli Maran, Yusuf Harun from there. Then we have Mathia Mahal. Then we have Chandni Chowk. So all 3 constituencies extremely important for the Congress. For them, it is a fight for survival, and we've seen Rahul Gandhi make that push. However, we're going to cut across to Rajouri Garden, fair distance away from the constituencies we're talking about, and the reason why I want to go there is because Ajay Makan, who's standing from Sadar, is going to cast his ballot in Rajouri Garden. Simi Pasha, my colleague, is with us. Simi, Ajay Markan would be casting his ballot at Rajouri Garden. But what's really interesting is when you did that interview with him, he seems extremely confident. The figures that he gave you, many political pundits and the ground situation would probably not be in sync with what Ajay Markan told you when you did that, when you followed him for a whole day.
Absolutely, Preeti, you're bang on. Ajay Markan did say that in the last elections, the Congress party managed 25% vote share. That's a significant vote share. And he said that the BJP had managed only 30% vote share in the 2014 Lok Sabha polls, which is why the party had managed to get a significant majority in parliament. His logic is that with 25% vote share in Delhi, the Congress is not really on a weak wicket. Of course, political pundits, as you're saying, disagree. The battle, they're saying, is basically between the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP in Delhi. Ajay Markan, of course, has been the face of the Congress party in the capital. He's someone who's managed to make the party at least relevant as far as the fight for those 8 seats is concerned. While you played out that attack and counter-attack between Arvind Kejriwal and Kiran Bedi, Ajay Markan has time and again thrown his hat into the ring. He's come on record saying that he wants to debate both Arvind Kejriwal and Kiran Bedi. Now, Ajay Markan may not be a firebrand leader like Arvind Kejriwal, but he's a seasoned politician. He's spent close to 25 years in politics. He's been a 3-time MLA. He's been a minister in the Delhi government and in the union government. And when he started listing out his list of his achievements as far as Delhi is concerned and also as far as his positions at the centre is concerned, he's done a fair bit. But considering that the Congress's fortunes in Delhi aren't looking that bright, and he's fighting a lot, his critics might say that he's fighting a losing battle, Ajay Markan, what he's managed to do in this election is make Congress relevant. Of course, Congress's vote share, what they managed to get in this election, will determine whether the Aam Aadmi Party wins or the BJP. In fact, several editorial pieces also saying that Congress's vote share will decide whether the Aam Aadmi Party can get a majority in this election or not. If Congress's vote share is high, it's going to eat into the Aam Aadmi Party's vote bank, because what we've been seeing over the last 1 year, in fact, in the Delhi election, the 2013 Lok Sabha election in 2014, is that the core traditional voters of the Congress have shifted towards the Aam Aadmi Party as far as Delhi is concerned. The core group that used to vote for the Congress were minorities, people who were living in irregular, unregularized
especially when Ajay Markan
and
comes
JJ clusters.
in to vote.
Also
but interesting there, the Congress would have never, the BJP in fact would have never hoped for this. Their call, the clarion call for Congress Mukt Bharat, well, today they would be expecting that the Congress does fairly well, because that would reduce the vote share of the Aam Aadmi Party.